Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we won't have you wasting your haircut.
Huh?
I say, inshallah, we won't have you wasting your haircut.
Oh no, I'm keeping it covered. I got the kufi on and all that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
All right. Don't make that hairline shy. Yes. So you tell us about yourself, please. Age, location, occupation.
Hey, I want everything. So, my name is Muhammad Barakatullah Ibn Abdul Sami Abdul Salam. I do a lot of things for one. So the first thing I do is I'm a structural engineer. I work for the federal government. I'm also an artist, a hip hop artist that delivers Islamic content. I also do have a clothing brand called VO Vavi. I'm married for 17 years, have 4 beautiful children. My wife right here too. We about to go see Wakanda Forever again. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else do I do? Trying to think. Oh, I'm 37 years old. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else y'all want to know? What else y'all want to know?
Are you polygamy friendly? Because this matchmaking program based on like for like is yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And your wife is cool with that? Like this is a family plan?
Is it a family plan?
Yes. Are you
Of
building
course. I mean,
community?
it will always have to be like a family plan and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all got a vision?
Do we have a vision?
Yes.
Not no. I mean, I wouldn't say like a we have a vision. I mean, I'm more so. Of course, women, are going to be have their their ways about polygamy and stuff like that. But I mean, inshallah, it's something that a man can do and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you come from a community where polygamy is supportive?
So in my community, I would tell you, like in my community, polygamy is definitely it's both. I would tell you it's both in my community. You have women who are, you have brothers who do polygamy, but they don't do polygamy right. Then you have brothers who try to do polygamy and they do it right, but the wives, have an issue with it, right? And then you do have situations where, it's always going to be an issue. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, women are always going to have an issue with it. Some women are not going to have an issue with it.
Okay.
Things like that. So.
Okay. So how do you think our community can come together, like the men and the women?
It has to be communication.
You said what?
It has to be communication.
Okay. Well, what kind of communication? Because it's not all equal.
What do you mean? What kind of communication? Like communication?
Yeah.
Are you talking about for the community? Or are you talking about for the husband and the wife?
For the to build the families, to bring the people together, to encourage personal development. So you're not, every 5 people is somebody you can't stand to pray next to. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely ain't trying to live with them. So what kind of communication, what kind of personality building do you believe people need to be doing right now, from their kids to themselves, to their friends?
I think the most part, the main part is that everyone has to follow the Quran, right? Everyone has to follow that. If you don't have a strong sense of deen within your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, things is not going to always go right. So everything, your strong point has to be Quran and Sunnah. Once you have that type of communication within your community, that's when things can actually, move forward. You got men who use the Quran to their advantage and the Hadith to their advantage to try to get what they want. And of course, you have sisters who try to use the Quran and the Hadiths to their advantage to try to get what they want. And every ayat is a walking, talking, a living ayat. You know what I'm saying? And the communication has to be set forth, and it has to always start with Quran and Sunnah.
Hmm. How old are your children?
I got 15, two 14-year olds, and one 10-year old.
Okay. And are they boys or girls?
Two girls, two boys. The boys are twins.
Mashallah. Okay. And how are you preparing them for marriage already? Like how
I'm preparing them for marriage by of course talking to them first. Well, actually, not even talking to them first, by actually them seeing me as a husband and seeing my wife as a wife and as a mother, and seeing and letting them see me deal with them as a father first. Because
okay.
that's how children learn. They always learn from visual. They always learn from seeing and stuff like that. And so, you have to be that role model within the household and stuff like that. So, you just got to be a role model within the household. And that goes for the daughters and the sons and things like that. The daughters are going to look at the mothers, and
Hmm.
the sons are going to look at the fathers and things like that.
I have to get it out. Not right now. Okay, question. Now, your friends, they're mirrors of you, like they're reflections of you, right?
Yeah, that's why I have a little bit of friends.
Okay. Okay. So of the few friends you have, you would say they're of the quality, um, like the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and
So,
and and Umar and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, they could marry their daughters to one another. Like your friends are of that caliber, like quality wise, you would trust them with your daughters.
with my friends, with the ones that I have, yes, I would. The
So
ones that I have, the ones that I know that are my actual companions.
yeah.
And I'm not even gonna say friends. I'm gonna just say my companions.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because friends, you can make coworker friends. You can make. I'm talking about my actual companions who I would put my life in their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That yes, I would trust them. You know what I'm saying? If they were, you know, in the capacity of, marrying my daughters or something like that or whatever.
Okay. And your sons, are they already saving for dowries, or are you talking to them about Mars?
Well, I mean, I'm letting them be kids. You gotta let them be kids. You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's not that I'm preparing myself for it, but I'm not preparing them for it as of yet.
So you're preparing yourself for polygamy, but you're not preparing them for marriage.
Um, I've already been prepared for polygamy, so you know what I'm saying? Because I did it before. I did it
Okay.
a long time. I did it a long time ago when I was. I'm 37 years old, so I did it a long time ago when I was like 22. You know what I'm saying? So it things happened in that marriage or whatever.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say it was all me and all her or whatever. With my second wife or whatever, but a divorce happened, and I learned from my mistakes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from my mistakes, and
What?
so like for my kids or whatever, I'm not going to just rush them into the marriage and all that type of stuff. I wouldn't rush them into marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens a lot of times with um, our communities now, where we rush our kids into marriage, of course, trying to save them, right? But we rush them into marriage and not really having an actual plan for them. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, within this society, right? We say 18 years old, you get out the house, you do whatever you want. And Dean, that's not even like that. Usually the children, when your sons get married, your sons stay with you. They bring their wife to your house and things like that. And we don't do that in Islam in America and stuff like that.
But how are we
Very
fixing?
few, I would say very few people do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But during this day and age, 2022 and all that type of stuff, I haven't, it's not being done like that. So, and in reality, we're pushing our kids away And that's what a lot of times that's what we're doing. We're pushing our kids away, and and to be honest, we're pushing them away from the theme. To be honest with you, by doing that type of stuff.
Well, that's why I was asking about preparing early because my 6 year old, he already believes he has an idea what kind of wives he wants, and he does mention more than one, right? Um, but he talks about it as a 6 year old. So between 22 and where you are now, what have you learned to prepare you better for? I don't know, choosing a spouse again. Like
I
what's
think I've learned my temperament. I've learned to listen as a husband. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to know my wife. You know what I'm saying? I've learned a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Some things I won't mention on here, but I've learned. You know what I'm saying? I've learned pretty much the basics and a little bit more. You know what I mean? Than what I knew back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger and stuff like that, I learned to be a lot. If I didn't say it, I learned to be a lot more patient or
mm,
whatever.
okay. What are your preferences for an additional spouse in the event of?
I mean, in the event, it would have to be straight Dean first. It always has to be. We always have to go for Dean. I don't care what kind of man you are. Yes, you want to look for beauty and all that type of stuff, but you also have to look for the Dean. You have to. Rasulullah said. He said people marry for four things, right? And those four things are beauty, family status, um, beauty, family status, money, and Dean. And then he said, if you marry for the three things besides Dean, you are a loser. But if you marry for the Dean and then you get those other things, then you're well off, right? So the first thing is we have to do is we have to marry for Dean first and foremost. And then if you get the beauty, then if you get the family status, then if you get the woman who has money or something like that or whatever, then it's okay. But at the same time, we have to understand, we have to be of understanding too that when you seek in a second, third, or fourth wife or whatever, right? There's usually conditions on seeking those things, right? An older woman, the widows, the single ladies, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go and, I just want to do it. You know what I mean? You don't just do it like that. You shouldn't do it like that. I'm gonna just say you shouldn't do it like that. You always should, go and not try to be like, oh, I want to help this person out. No, you do it. You know what I mean? You have to be sincere in doing and going about doing it.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So what attracted you to your wife you married to now? How did y'all link up?
How do we link it?
Why she like you? Ask her. Ask her. Why she like you? You
Okay, why you like me?
yes.
Huh? She ain't said that.
Okay. Why
What attract? I think what So I used to do music back in the day, and I was like a restaurant manager. I used to do music back in the day. And when I talk about music, I'm talking about like industry type music, like talking, all crazy and all that type of stuff. And my supervisor told her to come over to me and call me by my rap name or whatever. And so when she called me by my rap name, I'm looking at her like, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type. So that kind of intrigued me to, like, you know what I mean, talk to her and stuff like that or whatever.
okay. And what hooked you?
What hooked me? Education. She was educated. She's very educated.
Articulate, educated?
Yes, she has a bachelor's in business economics. Very educated, very smart,
Mm-hmm.
very beautiful, all that.
I mean, alhamdulillah. Does she have any preferences for a co-wife? Like, should she be a divorcee, have children, can work with her? I don't know what she does, but you know, build.
I honestly can't speak on that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. At the end of the day, it's not really up to her.
Okay, but just to consider her, just to consider that she would maybe be expecting certain things, or be hoping for certain things, or praying for certain things, and this person who isn't challenging the harmony that's between y'all already. Like, is there anything that she's looking for or expecting to experience in the event of a clash?
Um, I would say that she is expecting to making she is expecting from me to make sure that nothing changes in her life.
Mashallah, that's prayer.
That nothing changes. And if I'm already taking her out to eat, if I'm already taking her out to a movie, if I'm already doing this and X, Y, Z, that should not change.
Alhamdulillah.
You know what I'm
So,
saying? Like none like anything that we're already doing just because if I do go out there and get another wife, those things should not change whatsoever.
okay, so nobody petty, nobody needy, nobody greedy. Like, these are personality traits, right? Like, y'all,
Right,
somebody who adds to the balance, not throws it off. That works.
right.
Okay. Okay then. Right on. Are you looking to have more children?
Yes.
Inshallah. Okay. And where are you located again? I'm sorry, somebody else asked.
I'm in Virginia.
Really? What part of Virginia?
Y'all ask too many questions now.
Okay, you know what? You can say upper or lower. You can say mid
What-
Virginia. You don't have to give your exact city.
Central Virginia. Central Virginia.
Okay, that was a good share. Yeah. Okay. So we appreciate y'all for stopping through. You bring the family.
Alhamdulillah.
I brought my family because he insisted on being here, and I pray y'all enjoy the movie.
Inshallah.
Can you share a link to listen to your music?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely share a link. So you can go to SoundCloud.com, Barakat Salam, Barakat. Matter of fact, hold on, let me post it in here real quick. So everything Barakat Salam, and that's on SoundCloud. That's on YouTube. Matter of fact, I got two videos out. One is called Hijabs and Thobes. That's on a little bit of numbers and stuff like that. That's one of my first singles. And then I got another song called Sooner the Better. And that's on YouTube as well. And that's also on SoundCloud and stuff like that.
Okay. And can they find you on Instagram as well?
Yeah, like I said, everything Barakat Salam. TikTok, Barakat Salam. Um, Facebook, Barakat Salam. IG, Barakat Salam. Everything Barakat Salam.
Okay. Well, y'all enjoy Wakanda.
Inshallah.
Thank you again for joining us. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.